Hello, podcast listeners. My name is Kyle Roderick Gridley, and I am not working with a full deck of cards. Mostly because I don't got jack. Yeah, okay, hello. They call me the few screws loose cannon. No, they don't. Nobody talks to me. Right on. Yeah, my comments, they're off base, even if you're in outer space, which is actually a pretty big problem when you think about it. My comments, more like my comments. Yikes. No, guys, sometimes I'll say some wild shit and people will be aghast, and it's like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm used to being ignored. Okay, I did not foresee the reactions I am getting, mostly because I didn't think you were listening. Okay, I mean, all right, let's start the show. RCC 89, a topical news comedy podcast. And I'll be gone soon, so why not act like a buffoon? Who's ready? Are you guys ready? Am I ready? Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's cover some shit. Let's get a wrap on this crap. Okay, today we're going to talk about Iran. We'll negotiate how long I will do that for. Actually, I might just get up and leave. Who knows? Donald Trump said what? I will stumble out of this pod like I am Leon Black about to get subpoenaed. Okay, you have no idea. Yeah, you'll actually have to subpoena me to get the rest of this podcast. It's the only way I'll give it. Come on now. Yeah, we gotta speak on Donny T. Donny T versus BB. There's some insane news about Tulsi Gabbard. I can't believe it. And of course, we got to keep up with the creator of Western society himself, Jeffery Epstein. Yeah, actually, I've been thinking about changing the name of the podcast. I've been thinking about changing the name and just call it the Everything in the World is About Jeffery Epstein, the podcast. World to Jeffrey. Yeah, it's all about the culture he helped create, the network he positioned in power, and the implications of his grandiosity amongst the interests of the world. Yeah, right now. I can only think about Jeffrey Epstein. It's the only thing going on in my head all day, all night, just thinking about this fool. It's really, it's demoralizing me. It's making me crazy, really. Yeah, I'm at this point where, like the only reason that I think Jeffrey Epstein is dead is how bad the propaganda is from the government elites. Yeah, it's the only reason I think he's dead. The rich government elites' propaganda right now is no good. It's no good. No, these guys with the lies, yeah, they're not good at it. I mean, yeah, seriously, we the people are getting pretty inquisitive, and again, it's because of how lame and dumb they're being. I am listening to the fucking news and the media, and it is so low IQ. Yeah, man. No, you don't got Ghislaine on Reddit anymore. There's no one out there managing the narrative. Okay, they're losing the narrative like crazy. It's fucking, they've lost it. It's fucking, they're gone. All right, it's gone, dude. The narrative is lost, like people are in their lives right now. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've lost it. Seriously, I mean, really, just before we slip into the topics, get into the issues. I'm just gonna have a moment of honesty. And I'm seriously, I'm having a very difficult time being analytic. All right. I mean, I'm having a really difficult time being calm and rational. It's really hard not to be personally offended by every new realization we get about how the world works. All right. I mean, the facts of history are just, it's hard to look at them and just analyze and calmly think about the future. I swear, every new fact you learn about how the world actually works, it's just another illustration about how you're getting personally fucked. All your friends are getting fucking fucked. And there seems to be a plan how everyone's going to get either, put into poverty or murdered. Pretty much every fact is leading to that deduction. No, it feels like all of society now is an affront to my self-respect. Like my fucking dignity. Like, hey, everybody. I don't. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I don't want to be murdered. I don't want to live in a world where I could be murdered. And, maybe that's selfish, ignorant, or whatever, but looking at it, I mean, yeah, hey, I'm a person. I have a story. I have a life. And it matters to me. Okay? And every fucking new thing I learn about the world is how it's in jeopardy. All right? Like, I have a small business. And yes, it's getting destroyed by the energy prices, the gas prices. Like a lot of people, we're getting fucking ruined. I don't want to be thrown into poverty. I do not want to be thrown into poverty. Not unless it's because I got addicted to hard drugs. All right, that's a decision I came for myself about 5 years ago. 6-7 years ago. I was like, okay, I will work for money. But if I don't work for money that matters, I'm going to get addicted to drugs. Come on, guys, I have dreams. And every fucking new thing I learn, it just puts them farther and farther away. Guys, I have been doing stand-up comedy for 12 years. And I can't get a viral clip for the life of me. I can't get a viral clip for the life of me. What is this business? What is it? It's not what I thought it was. They changed it. They ruined it. No, I had a real chance at a comedy career in 2019. And instead of that materializing, they blew up the fucking world. I don't know if you remember 2019 and 2020, but yeah, man, I got pan-damn fucked. That's what I say. The pandemic, I got pan-damn fucked. And, even beyond that, whatever, personal problems I have, I'm blaming Jeffrey Epstein for them. I'm blaming Jeffrey Epstein for every bad outcome I've ever had, because as I learned through the facts of, the last 50 years, this guy and his network seems to be at the heart of it. Yeah, I blame Jeffrey Epstein for the pandemic, too. I do that. I do that. Yeah, and I have reasons to do that. Okay, yeah, he has all these emails with Bill Gates. All right, he's funding the research, the studies in the fucking universities. He has, a fucking biolab here, biotech over there. I mean, look, they've already proven with, just as much evidence as we have for all this Jeffrey Epstein stuff that America, through the NIH, using the University of North Carolina, they funded the Wuhan lab, and they totally made that virus. They totally made it. America made it. And Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, he's invested all the way up and down in that shit. Guys, I mean, I've read stories. I've even, seen people on these viral clips that I can't get. I've seen people actually, they say that COVID-19 was Jeffrey Epstein's fail-safe, that it was released right after he died, and part of the reason all these governments reacted so bad is because, they thought Jeffrey Epstein was going to kill everybody. Have you not heard that theory? Really, they thought that he was just the most devious man on earth, and when they murdered him, right? And when they murdered him, they were really, really worried. Okay, and even when they figured out COVID wasn't that bad, they just thought it was Jeffrey lulling them into a false sense of security. They were like, "Oh shit, this guy's smarter than we thought. Up to totalitarianism. Jeffrey's revenge is nigh." Yeah, and really, even if it wasn't that, all it did was, entrench and enrich his most ardent supporters. Yeah, the wealth transfer, those mandated vaccines. I mean, hey. I mean, do you hear what I'm talking about right now? Do you hear me right now? Dude, I am so disconnected from show business. All right? Dude, right now, my aspirations for my life, I'm looking at what they have made me become, and it's a difficult place, guys. I don't know what you want to do with your life, but I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Epstein ruined it. Okay? I mean, I'm looking at myself now in the state of my mind and the world and how it's all going, and I go, I feel like I'm a dog chasing cars, even if I got a fan or if I got, some information about this global trafficking ring, I mean, what would I even do about it? Would I actually even do something? No, I'm a guy who decided to do jokes. Jesus. It is miserable. But I am asking for support. I don't know what I can do, but I'm asking for support for it. Sounds fair. Doing a podcast. Support me. Hey, what do you get if you support my work? Well, you get yippee high pitch bitching. You get that. You get a real disrespect for how microphones work. You may get some jokes. Maybe get a little political commentary. Maybe in the future you might see me supporting and extolling particular ideologies. I mean, from my end, I have a business, I have skills, and I have a serious belief that, if people were to elevate me, I could perform key duties with integrity and honesty. Did anyone believe me when I said that? Really, you know why you should support me? This is why you should support me, so I can yell at someone on Piers Morgan. Let me on Piers Morgan. All right, just to get me in my yippee voice on Piers Morgan immediately. Put me in front of some hypocritical fuck and wish us both luck. All right, I'm going to go on Piers Morgan and I'm only going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. All right, anytime anyone has to say anything, I'm going to tell them how really it's about Jeffrey Epstein. They go, "Oh, the Iran deal." Yeah, Iran. Yeah, Iran. We wouldn't even be here without Jeffrey fucking Epstein. Oh, no, anti-Semitism is so high. What are we doing about Yeah, Well, I wonder why. I wonder why it's high. Jeffy Epi. Okay? I blame that guy. My soccer team lost. Well, Jeffrey was hanging out with all the owners, and they were distracted. Okay, your soccer team being bad is because Jeffrey Epstein is control. Anyway. God, so fucking crazy, man. We all know the path to succeed. I believe that. We all know what to do. And, I think I'm worth the investment. All right? I think you're worth the investment. The only thing, stopping you from really realizing your true potential is Jeffrey Epstein. So, hey, man, you should just make content about him. Everyone, right now, go back to making content about Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? I don't care what you have to sacrifice. I would love to really, amplify it. Does anyone want to fund me? I wonder who would fund me to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. Is there anybody out there? I hear people are getting paid to do content. Is there anybody paying people to lambaste Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah, I mean, I swear, I've been trying to fund it myself. Okay, I've been fucking working my business to the fucking, all day, all night. This podcast is 2 weeks. My last podcast was 2 weeks ago. I wonder what I was doing. All right? I mean, really. I mean, the funds. I've been working so hard, and it's a fucking joke. Like, I swear, if it wasn't for the Iran war, I would have already bought a new computer. I would have already bought a new camera. Maybe I could afford some studio time around town. I mean, I did the math. And, I do math because I'm a business owner and I have to. And, dude, the last 100 days of whatever the fuck has been going on, $4,400 extra in gas. 400. Wait, did I say that right? 440? No, I said that wrong. I meant to say 4,400. You were like, that's not that bad. I mean, maybe it did sound bad, but this is actually worse. $4,400 extra in gas. The Iran war has literally stolen a big opportunity that I worked really hard for. Okay, I've been focusing up. I've been doing comedy since I was 18, and it's been really difficult for me to focus in and pay attention to an actual real business that I own and operate that maybe isn't my fucking interest or my dream. All right, and I swear to God, they destroyed it. These last 100 days, I'm like fucking, I'm like an oil refinery in Russia, just fucking kaboom. I swear to God, I'm looking at the future, and I feel like they're about to double tap my business. They're about to double tap my small business. My small business is a fucking girls' school, bro. They're gonna destroy it. Fucking bomb it. And dude, what am I supposed to do to keep myself afloat? What am I gonna get a loan? Am I gonna get a loan? Not with these interest rates. Holy shit. I swear to God, it's so difficult for all of us. It seems so stupid. I'm 31. All right. I'm a talented, hardworking guy. Okay. I really am. Can't you tell? I know how to do stuff. All right. And just between the pandemic and now, it just the big old federal government has taken everything from me. All right. And Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know if you know his connection to the federal government, but I'm going crazy. Like, all there really is left for me in this world is to yell into the abyss, to this internet abyss. All right, blame Jeffrey Epstein and all his friends. Okay, it's the only thing I can do now. And you ask me why my content doesn't take off? I only talk about Jeffrey Epstein lately. Huh. I wonder why it doesn't take off. Yeah, they won't let us know what's in the algorithm. But I'm going to project something, all right? Just when you look inside of the algorithm, all right? When you look inside of the algorithm, this is what it says. It just says, protect Jeffrey Epstein and his friends. It's the only thing the algorithm does, by the way. If you look up who fucking invented the internet. Yeah, the algorithms, it looks at a piece of content and it asks one question. And the question is, would Jeffrey Epstein like what he's talking about? And if yes, they blow it up. All right. If not, they fucking suck it down. All right. They hide the important content like some Eastern European model. All right. They kill it. They kill it like some fucking whistleblowing aerospace employee. Fucking mother of Jones over here. I don't know, man. And really, like, it's so depressing. It's so depressing because even if, like, you're fucking, corpo, government, agency, NGO, elected representative, even if they're not working for Jeffrey Epstein and all his friends, they're working for some Hawaiian religious cult. Okay, holy shit. Are you paying attention to this fucking Tulsi Gabbard news? Oh, God. Oh, God. Is it Krishna or is it God? Holy Krishna. Holy cow shit. Are they Hindus? They're Buddhist. It's a Buddhist Hawaiian cult, everybody. And fucking like it matters. Holy shit. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard, the news, the reporting is blowing my mind, okay? This lady, she's getting told to do things by her guru, her Buddhist Hawaiian guru, some guy named Chris Butler. What a great name for a guru, Chris. Hey, Guru Chris, what are you thinking today? At least that fucking, sad guru makes, some fucking sense, but Tulsi just listening to some guy named Chris? Listening to some guy named Chris. God, how embarrassing is this? Anybody who believed in her, how embarrassing is this? Hey, Dave Smith, can you regret supporting this lady too? What the fuck? I mean, yeah, Tulsi Gabbard's in a cult. I'm going to play a clip. And I remember joking about this before with Tulsi. I remember, when she was nominated, there was a little bit of reporting out there that she fucking, grew up in something or, I don't know. But, this clip, I listened to Breaking Points and I was laughing out loud. I really was. Please, just check it out. Can't be done. What are we going to do with these people? Holy shit.
New extraordinary report in the Washington Post details just how much Tulsi Gabbard, especially in the early days of her political career, used the verbatim talking points that came from her cult leader guru. This is a Washington Post report by John Swain. We can put this up on the screen. The headline here is Tulsi Gabbard, her guru, and the mysterious messages that helped shape her political career. And the journalist who tracked all of this down in an extraordinary investigation, John Swain, joins us now. John, welcome. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me. And to cut a long story short, some questions I asked her prompted her to log into an old Gmail account that she had. And in that inbox, remarkably, were hundreds of memos which documented advice and guidance, directives, talking points to Tulsi Gabbard from the years when she was in Congress.
Now, the pushback that came from this faith group, some may say cult, I guess I'll leave it to the viewers to decide how they want to characterize it, was effectively These memos that you got your hands on, they're unsigned. You don't know who they came from. You don't know, you don't know what this guidance where it directly came from. So how did you go about ascertaining that pretty likely these memos were coming from the leader of the faith group himself?
So first of all, Rebecca Salzberg, the source I mentioned from the start, said, she understood these to be from the guru, Chris Butler. She was one of the recipients of these documents. There was a small political team around the guru, including Rebecca and Tulsi's parents and a few other select disciples of the guru.
The story about how DNI was in a cult. Yeah, the DN stands for done. Yeah, God. Tulsi, she's resigned before this story came out. She resigned because her guru told her to. It's not because of her opinion on the Iran war. It wasn't because the pharma lobby was trying to chop off her head for going after Fauci. It's not because her husband got cancer, probably from glyphosate. It's because her guru sent an email calling her a dumb bitch. Yeah. Oh, man. Of course, there was people who had told us, Tulsi grew up in a religious cult. And a lot of us found that relatable. And it's relatable, but only if you're out of the cult. You cannot relate to people if you're in a cult. Kind of the whole thing about it. I mean, I swear, this guy, Chris Butler, look him up. Who the fuck does he think he is? Does he think he's fucking Jeffrey Epstein? Is that who he thinks he is? Leading some fucking congressperson's speeches and career? I mean, maybe he's even better, right? He's got Tulsi. Fucking Jeffrey. You got the girl in the Virgin Islands, I guess. And, of course, Bill Clinton. Maybe, okay, how dare I overstep? How dare I diminish Jeffrey? He's always the best. And, this Hawaiian guy's got the fucking DNI? The motherfucking DNI. Controlled by a Hawaiian guy. Swear to God, this bitch is nuts. This bitch is fucking nuts. She's in a cult and she's fucking nuts. No wonder Trump picked her. We should have seen that one coming. We should have. Yeah, she's a fucking little cult bitch. She's a little cultist bitch. Stupid idiot. We're all so stupid. Let someone in a cult be in charge of us. Damn it. This is so embarrassing for everybody. So embarrassing for everybody. Hey, Joe, why didn't you ask about the cult, man? Joe Rogan, why didn't you? Oh, dude, we're all so ashamed right now. I swear, I thought she gave some statements. I thought she gave some statements about how she wasn't in the cult anymore. And, even that was, tough to swallow at the time. Okay, I mean, I don't know about you, but it is hard for me to, believe in somebody and, want them to lead us if at any point they've fallen into a cult. I mean, if you're in a cult once, I mean, what's to stop it from happening again, right? Are you smarter? You think you're smarter? I don't know, man. I mean, for a lot of us, we can forgive the actors, who were in Scientology and then they get out. But that's only because they're stupid fucking actors. All right? Their jobs don't mean anything. But this Tulsi lady, she was the smart one. All right? She was the smart one, and we wanted her to get the big job. And now look at us. Oh, my God. I mean, we should have known. I mean, a lot of us wrote it off. Oh, yeah, she grew up in a cult. Who didn't? Who didn't grow up in a cult? Really, ask yourself. No, ask yourself. Did you grow up in a cult? I think it's at least 50-50. All right? And it is hard to leave a cult. It is hard. I guess it was just a lot harder than we imagined. Seriously, who is this Chris Butler guy? And why is he going to try and kill me? Why is Chris Butler gonna try and kill me after I start talking about him? He's a small-time guy. Actually, I think it's more likely that he's going to kill me because he doesn't have that much to do. Right? So you really got to worry about the cult leaders who don't have enough cult yet. They're available. I mean, a lot of us, we can criticize the Rothschilds, Childs of Roth. I mean, you can criticize them. They're busy. Their cult is busy. Okay, the Rock trial whatever they called. Call them the Rock trial wankers. No, I mean, you can criticize these people. You can criticize their cult because they're busy. They're very, very busy. Okay, and they can't reach out to everybody who's criticizing them. They can't stop the never-ending criticism of the Rothschilds. All right. There's too many people. There's too many people. But how many people are criticizing a Hawaiian cult? Maybe, 10, 15? I swear. Anyway, I mean, gosh, the cults. I guess everybody in a cult. I'm hearing Mike Huckabee's in a cult. I just thought that was American policy. I don't know. Fucking Tulsi. I'm so sad about Tulsi. Fucking, what's Tulsi's in a cult? I call her Katulsi. Good old Katulsi Gabbard. Yeah, man. And you look into the cult. I try to do a little research, and it's so sad. Like they're barely extolling their religion. It's like they're not even having Tulsi proselytize their ideas. It's all just fucking money and influence plays. Boring. Why can't you make us believe in it? If you're a real cult, you got to get people to believe in it. Instead, you're just being a fucking secret freak. Tulsi's getting fucking negged. I wonder if she fucked him. Maybe that's why the husband has cancer, is because his wife cheated on him with a guru, and he can't leave her. He can't leave her because she's a big political person, and he's just eating away at him, and his immune system, it tanks, and he gets cancer. Anyway, it's so sad. It's just for money. They're not even into the cult. If they were really into the cult, I'm sure Tulsi would have fucked him. But gosh, what can we even assume? I mean, what? I'm sure that this, with this high-powered position bitch, this little cult fucking whatever the hell, they're profiteering in some appropriate way. I'm pretty sure they fucking got some way into the big fucking pie of the $40 trillion we owe to nobody. We owe to ourselves. We owe to the sky. Jesus, man. I mean, it's so tough. It's so tough with these people. I guess I'd like to make a bigger point about it. With these individuals we have leading the government. I mean, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. Like this idea that people are appointed, that they're, could even be representative. How come we only get to vote for who and not for what? Right? Like in this fucking federal government, I mean, we just have a system where the standard of what these politicians are held to is non-existent. There's no fucking metric. They can just lie and be in a cult, and I don't even know what we can do about it. I mean, the bitch is gone. She resigned. She's done. Made her money, and now she's done. We're all left. It's like, man, we're just all left working here after a fucking, bad employee shows up and fucks it up. Jesus. I mean, even if, these politicians had principles, who and where are they getting them from, and how is that a direct correlation to, someone who votes for them? Are we just all hoping? We're just hoping that some good person is going to try and grab the brass ring of power and just make it good? It's a joke. No, all we're ever going to get are these fucking cultist weirdos. It's all we're going to get, the fucking grift. It's only the grift for us, man. And I just what can I even do about it? I feel like, with these, the way it's structured, I just my personal agency is by default being taken away, and it's given to some fucking Yahoo who is fucking, who raised their hand when someone asked if they want to work the stupidest job ever. Y'all say we need some leader or some, fucking specific ideology to organize our economic interests. But if, we really wanted to be good capitalists here, if we only really, cared about wealth creation, this idea that having a position for some crazy, hot, sexy occultist to take over, it's insane. It's so obvious that, all people really care about in this world is, an economic chance. And, from what I've read via, some important books, okay, the market, free trade, it'll take care of itself. All right, we would all figure it out. We would all figure out the things we need to. All right, and we would actually probably have that equitable experience. Everyone's always talking about, over in the NYC right now. Okay? And of course, I mean, the only reason we don't have that is this, perception and maybe even, constant anecdotal evidence that behind every trade or economic interaction, it could possibly lead to violence or malfeasance or, some very tragic, negligent accident. And, so we have this whole structure to prevent that. But, I mean, you look into it, it's fucking 2026 with the internet. And the groups who are primarily responsible for those types of behavior that make, free market trade impossible, what they are is coordinated, extremely powerful fucking gangsters. Okay? In fact, they pay for the leaders who are supposed to stand up to them and fix the fucking problem. I mean, the self-licking ice cream cone, it is, you break it down, man. You break it down, and whatever, rules-based government structure that exists could only ever be a hindrance to our economic growth. Okay? Because if you realize it, you actually think about it, the only thing that hinders economic growth is thuggery. All right? Now, if you think people create governments to stop the thuggery, the robbery, the unfair, unjust treatment, well, I have some news for you, bud. I have some fucking news for you on that front. All right? And if you don't agree with what I'm saying right now, you're probably in a cult. You're probably in a cult. I mean, really. I mean, the crazy thing about all this cult stuff right now is we all have AI coming around the bend. I mean, we have all these cults who are tied up with the government, tied up with the economic interests, and all those people are tied up with the artificial intelligence. And it seems to me like these crazy cultists, they're all in some insane effort to make their god real. How you hear there's all these different AI models and they're organized and trained on different sets of data. In a lot of ways, it's sort of like a polytheistic theory, right? It's all semi-religious. They talk about the AIs and consciousness and they're omni-powerful. We can't even fathom what they're doing, It just feels like some kind of I don't know, some sort of God worship, some ancient sort of God, whatever the fuck, And whenever I hear stuff like that, it fucking bothers me to hell because, there's fucking Jeffrey and his fucking sundial out there in the Virgin Islands. Fucking Jeffrey and his fucking sundial. The never-ending fucking mystery about, what he believed in the occult, what he believed about a religion, his obvious obsession with technology, and, look where technology is leading us. It's all fucking wrapped up. Yeah, and even, you look at the fucking current leaders in the Christian church, and it seems like they're in on whatever fucking Jeffrey Epstein was doing. They're all hanging out. They're all coordinating. You hear that story about, with alien disclosure, the White House invited all the pastors over. What's up with that? What's up with fucking that? I don't know, man. It's so nuts because, it's like these obscenely rich people, all they want to do is make AI happen. And when you learn about the obscenely rich, they're all into the weirdo shit. And it seems to me that whatever this push is, it's like some weird effort to make their gods, become corporal. I guess is that how I would say that, I would use the word make them real, but it kind of seems like they already are real. You fucking, go on an effort to make an all-powerful AI with all, whatever specific religious logic and reasoning. And, whether or not it's true, it becomes real by your actions and belief and what you're actually making and creating. And what is that idea about? This idea that you can, think of something and it becomes real by, what you do about it. Your imagination is real, which is sort of like a, contradiction. Sounds stupid, actually. I don't know. We live in a really confusing time, with all the ways the world's working. I mean, it's been proven to me already, and to others out there, that there are entities, and they exist in some kind of direction or dimension that people cannot perceive. All right, and you think about it, and it's like the truth of something. It sort of exists throughout all layers of someone's like worldview. Like even things you imagine and you make up, right? They become real by thinking about them, right? Like all the physics math, they can prove that there's more dimensions and layers to physical reality, but I think even like as conception inside your mind, things become true by the power of your imagination and action, right? Like a lot of people now, they believe that most technology is given an expression of some type of extra dimensional beings, that all the spacecraft that lands and the scientists are fucking reworking it, pulling at it. You hear stories about how people come up with certain types of technology and they go, I don't know, it just popped in my head. And think about yourself. You look at all these fantastical items working in your life, and what the fuck do you know about them? Like, I don't know how to make an iPhone. I wouldn't even know where to come up with it. All right, yet these things are functional and in our faces. And I think there's a big part of reality that these people can imagine something in their mind, right? They're creating objects, and through this like multi-dimensional understanding of the universe, once you think about something, it shows up in like the layered reality, So whether God is real or the AIs are trying to embody some spirit, just these people thinking about it creates the real possibility of it happening, like, and I don't even think it's IQ. I mean, you could say all these people are so smart who make all these things, but I think there is sort of like when you imagine something and then you bring it to life, right? It's this anthropomorphization of philosophical concept. Does that make sense to anybody? How smart are my listeners? Does anyone know what anthropomorphize means? Do I? It's just like, we live our lives in the 3D world. We have these magnificent minds, and we think of ideas, and then our process is to make them real by making them usable by man, right? We're taking these imaginary things and, making them human, I guess. You know what I mean by that? I don't know. I'm really reaching. I'm going crazy here. Like, I don't know, man. Like, whatever entities have always been here, or like whether we all make them up, I feel like their existence is irrefutable. Like, the fact that you make something up doesn't mean it's not true. It just means that it's existing in a different dimension of reality that may not be this one. Okay? And you think about what's going on with the technology, and it's like, what other way to convince the non-believers of this fact, than making some all-powerful AI entity? Make some fucking AI all-powerful Hindu whatever the fuck, and force us to believe the truth that has always been true because they conceptualized it in their minds. I mean, I sound like a fucking insane person right now. But this is the type of shit. This is the type of shit Jeffery Epstein and, Hawaiian cult leaders yap about all day. All this stuff I'm saying, Jeffrey and his little butler, they would go on about it. They love to talk about it. Watch that fucking Steve Bannon interview. These people fucking, sling a song all day. Whatever's going on with the race, whether it's all some fucking, insane psyop stock play. I mean, makes you fucking worry. Like honestly, I know, your personal life is in danger when you talk about these subjects and the government and all that. And truth be told, seriously, I don't actually feel in much danger talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. But when I talk about this AI spirit shit, I mean, that's scary. Okay. I swear. I mean, they got me on lock. They're fucking listening to me all different types of ways. I mean, they look at me and they're like, this guy, he seems marginally against AI. Probably going to have to blast him. I mean, come on. Either they blast me or they have to fucking surveil me for the rest of my life. I mean, come on. Imagine how much fresh water they would save by murdering me. How much fresh water they would save by murdering me and not using the AI surveillance state to slowly destroy me. Imagine. I don't know. Whatever's coming down with that angle. I mean, yeah, the data centers just say they're making it to surveil us and surveil the whole world and make it perfect. Make it the world your God always wanted. I mean, these guys, they're the God Squad. They're the same God Squad. Just, some fucking computer fucking God. It's so stupid. Yeah, man, I read this quote by Mr. Bezos recently. Yeah, I gotta cover this quote by Bezos. He said something about AI that deserves a little discussion. Okay, and as to Bezos, I mean, people say he's a bad guy, and there is spooky stuff when it comes to his family and DARPA. But what I would say is that he has incredible leverage over my life, and I love him. All right, I want to know what's going on, of course, but I love him. I love Mr. Bezos. I'm not going to call him Jeff. I've been talking about another Jeff. He's now Mr. Bezos. Sir, Mr. Bezos, I pay for Prime. I'm a fan. Don't hurt me. I'm a fan, Jeff. Oh, sorry, I just called you Jeff. I'm a fan, Mr. Sir. Mr. Big Powerful Sir. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Yeah, let me just calmly, very calmly, and not, in any kind of antagonistic way, talk about what Mr. Bezos said the other day about AI. Okay. I'm a friendly person. Friendly. Please don't do the things you can do to me, Mr. Sir Bezos, sir. I'm so scared. I'm a coward. I'm a fucking coward. Fuck. Okay, this is the segment that I'm supposed to play the clip where Jeff Bezos says a really incendiary thing about the relationship between human beings and AI, and it doesn't exist. This quote doesn't exist. I don't know if you've heard the quote, but he didn't really say it. What? Yeah, I have Snopes here. I have the most reliable website, Snopes. Can someone tell me if they're owned by Jeffrey Epstein, please? And they tell me the quote's not real. Did you guys catch a viral clip by Bezos recently? No, it was just a text. It was just a text, and we can trust that he really didn't say it. I mean, the guy, he only owns all that stuff. He only owns the means to erase anything he potentially says. Let's just say it didn't happen. What's the not real quote? Let me read this not real quote by Jeff Bezos. Here it is. Are you ready? We have to look at the macro picture of our planet's future. All right? Biological limits are real, but digital potential is infinite. And if we starve our data infrastructure of cooling resources just to sustain baseline human comfort, we are actively delaying the birth of a superintelligence that could solve all of our resource problems in the first place. Sometimes you have to prioritize the intelligence that will save us over the biology that slows us down. And he didn't say that. He didn't say that. What a circumstance. Can't believe it. It's like the problem I was trying to illustrate and commentate on is coming straight to fucking life. Holy shit. I'm so glad Mr. Bezos is again proven to be a great and honest man. Hold on, I'm getting emotional. I'm so in love with him. Yeah, I mean, look, Mr. Bezos, he's an honest broker. All right? He's just playing within the system he was given. And honestly, we should all thank him that he's not, some maniacal evil person, and all he wants to do is suck on fake tits, go to space. He didn't say anything about AI, right? And this quote's fake, and I think I have enough evidence to go to that. Thank you, Snopes. You told me. I believe you. Okay, but it did go viral. It did spread around everywhere. And why did it do that? Maybe why did they lie about it in the first place? Is because, dude, it kind of just sounds like everything else they say, right? You think this comments out of the bound of the normal things that these fucking AI oligarchs spit at us? Okay, all day these guys are fucking, with the insane promises. All right, they're fucking saying things to propel whatever, at best stock market gambit this whole fucking thing is. And this quote's not that far off. Okay? You could easily see these fucking tech OGs, spin up some shit like that. Okay? I mean, yeah, you don't have to have Bezos say it. I'm pretty sure we can fucking find a Sam Altman clip where he says the same thing. Sam Altman or, Zucky Zuck. Fucking Elon talking about China. He's like, it's gonna fix China. Yeah, I mean, dude, they probably all say that some stupid shit like AI is gonna solve all the resource problems. I swear, bring up some fucking JRE. I'm sure he'll postulate the possibility. I mean, you go down the rational train of what these guys are on, and this quote just rings true. Because yeah, I guess, in a cost-benefit risk-reward scenario, I could easily see, people choosing to send fresh water to the data center and, let the humans go buy fucking cases of Evian, all right? I could easily see that being the choice the government makes and all the fucking, authorities make. They're like, yeah, no tap water, just make them go to Costco and buy up all the bottled water. That'll be fine. They can shower with bottles of water. I mean, dude, I don't know. This whole AI thing, I mean, whatever these promises are that they have, the only thing I see them accomplishing is, embodying the darkest and most ancient instincts and horrors that human beings come up with, whatever the AIs are spitting out, whatever they're embracing from the the human beings. I mean, it just seems like evil brought into the fucking 3D world thanks to these, black mirrors. Dude, I don't know. You think some, the part of the quote that gets me, that made me want to look into it in the first place, is the idea that we're going to create this super intelligence, we're going to create God, and they're going to fix problems. And it's like, part of what I'm saying here is that we've had gods this whole time, and it didn't fix the problem. All right? Whatever's going on Earth, it's actually pretty simple. Okay, Earth, yes, I know, it's a complex system, but, what a human being has to do in it to make it work for them, I mean, this stuff human beings have known for hundreds of thousands of years. Okay, we all know the right things to do to have a good time on Earth. We all know. Okay? I mean, yeah, have a family, live on a ranch, live in peace with others, trade and barter, gather resources sustainably, enjoy yourself, and don't be so fucking miserable. All right, we all know what to do on Earth. It's pretty fucking obvious. We don't need some AI to tell us how to fucking fix it. Okay? I mean, you look at the numbers and, billions and billions and billions of people could live on Earth fine if we all did it, in a certain way. But we don't do it in that certain way because what? People who have, known the desperation of Earth, that is some human being's fault in the first place. They're, schooled by some evil occult family. And, they look for some modern solution for an ancient problem. Okay, that's already been solved a bunch of times. We've solved it, we ruin it, we destroy it, we rebuild it, we make it again, we get to the top, we all have a fucking perfect fucking time, and, it gets destroyed again. We're in some evil cycle. Okay, these people, Earth, human beings, I don't know if we get it. We're chasing down this path of infinite growth for a, select number of leaders, whatever, cult nonsense it is, and, hoping for the best, leaving everybody out. What are you doing? You're like, it seems to be in worship of some sort of, I hate to bring it up again, but, practically omnipotent ancient alien space god. Interdimensional. Okay, dude, these AIs, what are they? What are they going to do in the economy even? I feel like they have no purpose in the economy. Let's just check yourself. When the big money fucking thing comes along, the only reason you're making the AI is, so some dude doesn't get the credit and your AI can get the credit and you can make all the money from it. Anything an AI can do, people have been able to do. And you just don't see it. You don't know about it because some fucking insane oligarch killed that guy. So, he wouldn't become richer than him. Everything you want to have been invented and to fix the resources and fix the world already been done. It's already been done. And some guy, just like the guy with the AI, comes along and fucking, steals it, ruins it. And now they're going to, pretend some AI thought of it first, which is not true. Okay, it's so hilarious. It's so fucking hilarious. These guys, they couldn't have made these artificial intelligences without stealing the, whole intellectual property of the known fucking universe. And now they're using the AIs to get rid of us, who only exist because of us. It's so funny. It's just so funny to me. I really believe that, this core irony about artificial intelligence, this core irony is gonna yield some interesting results that maybe even these tech elite engineers would be surprised by. Yes. Yeah, the tech elites, a group immune to irony. Yeah, these people, the most unfunny, unhumorous people you could imagine, completely immune to irony, hubris, all over them. No chance they would ever understand the implication of the irony of their inventions. Should I spell out what's going to happen to them? Well, I don't like giving away the game. We'll continue to talk about it. But again, the idea that the AI is going to come up with something that some human being hasn't already. Maybe you get rid of the fucking, the labor work and we can go and, spend all our time being creative. That's the real idea here with the intelligence. But the intelligence isn't going to be creative in the way you think. It's really not. I'm giving away the game a little bit. Whatever you think it's going to come up with, it'll be it'll be something you've seen before, but it'll pretend they did it and they're smart, and it's so funny. All right. We're about halfway through the pod. About halfway? Oh my God. Normally if I was doing this thing consistently, we'd already be done. But giving you the twofer. Enjoy it. So much news, it's hard not to do it like this. I wait and I wait and I wait, and the things, they keep happening and happening and happening. Donny T, I don't know if you heard, we bombed Iran again. Bombed it again. And I'd love to get into that. But before I do, I do have to take care of some business. It seems for last episode, for some reason, I told you all the people I voted for. But for some reason, I forgot to tell you who I was voting for governor. Which seems crazy. Seems like the dumbest thing you've ever heard. Yeah, I didn't tell you I told you who all the judges I was voting for, and I didn't fucking tell you the governor. What are my priorities? What is my brain doing? I really should stop smoking pot while I do this podcast and write it and film it and edit it. Okay. Yeah. Who did I vote for governor? Who did I vote for? It doesn't matter who I voted for. All right. It doesn't matter because Xavier Barrera and Mr. Steve Hilton, they're going to the most, corrupt government election in human history. Yeah, these fucking slime ball pieces of shit are going to be our only options for governor. I'm not okay about it. Yeah, Xavier and Steve, I guess they're better than a billionaire. Yeah, fucking Tom Steyer. Poor Tom Steyer. Fucking Ro Khanna. He supported him. He endorsed him. Fucking Ru Kokana Kana. Ro Shakahana. Fucking, he told me to vote for Tom Steyer. And, man, Rowana. Fucking Rowana? Is that what I called him? They did not nail it. Yeah, I mean, I just do whatever what Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie say right now, because obviously I'm a single issue Jeffrey Epstein voter. I let them lead. And they're doing an okay job. And from my understanding, they're not happy about this outcome because I don't know if you know anything about these two people, but this is not it. This is not going to be it. Xavier. I don't know if you know about him. The worst HUD secretary in the history of America. Fucking incompetent idiot. Fucking Xavier take the money from anybody Barrera. And then what? A British guy? And a British guy. What are we doing in this state? California. Fuck. Fucking Christ, California. What are we doing here, baby? I cannot vote for a British guy. I can't do it. I would never do that. I have talked about this a bunch already. I have made fun of Steve Hilton on 3 or 4 occasions at this point, and dude, the fact that he's going all the way. I mean, at least I get to, keep working on my accent. This stupid fucking Brit makes me do a bit. Fucking, oh, I'm going to be governor. Oh, I'm Steve Hilton. I'm against a Mexican. I'm against a fucking Mexican who fought them in the war. Why didn't they help us in the war of 1812? I'm gonna take California. Should have been ours. But the fucking Pope, he divided the lines against Portugal and Spain and America. America should be ours. Okay. Honestly, fucking hurts my voice to do this fucking Cockney bullshit. I like to knee his cock. Oh, all right. No, I fucking hate Steve Hilton so fucking much, everybody. I hate him so much. A British guy that's gonna lead Californians? No thanks. I'd rather fucking vote for the cartel member Xavier Barrera. Yeah. You think it's crazy to call Xavier a member of the cartel? Is that what you think? Yeah. I don't know if you've really looked at him at all. He was a fucking cabinet member under Biden, and he is part of the reason Trump won in the fucking second place. That's how I say it. Yeah, Xavier, he lost thousands of children that came across the Mexican border. Yeah. The United States government is constantly being accused of supporting human traffickers. And Xavier Barrera lost thousands and thousands of children across the border. Fucking, yeah. Necesitamos buscar los niños. Xavier. ¿Dónde están los niños? What is Xavier doing? Xavier, what am I supposed to think? Fucking, yeah, you know what I think? I think Xavier gave the kids to Jeffrey Epstein and his network. I think Xavier goes, hola, Jeffrey Epstein, tengo muchos niños por ti. Xavier, soy Xavier Barrera, Jeffrey. Mi nombre es Xavier y tengo sus chicos por desayuno. Vamos a comer los niños. See, Jeffrey? Yeah, California, we're in a lot of trouble. we're in a lot of trouble. I mean, the British guy. I mean, I think the British people are tied up with Epstein more than you could possibly imagine. I mean, dude, California, we're in a lot of trouble. Lot of trouble. Yeah, these guys, they might completely destroy this place. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I honestly, you know what? Maybe I'm not even gonna predict the future. Not even gonna predict the future. I shall simply live. I shall simply live in this world that is what it is. Yeah, I gotta meditate or something, right? What is living? What is that even? You guys want to live like this? Maybe we should coalesce. Maybe we should change the world. Yeah, but deciding who lives or dies, I guess that is a bit of an insane thing to say. Sorry for mentioning it. But who should live? Not the Iranian negotiating team. Not the Iranian negotiation team. Quote me on that. The Iranian negotiation team needs to die. They need to die. It's their only option now. It's the only option, Mr. Trump. Mr. President, you gotta kill them. Kill them all! Is that not helpful to the dialogue? Oh, right. Yeah, the people were also opinionated on what's going on. I'm hearing so many opinions about the Iran deal. What about you guys? Yeah, actually, I met some gay women who want Israel to stop bombing Lebanon. I've decided to call them Lesbala. Right. No, I met some mothers who were against the genocide in Gaza. I call them Hamamas. Someone mentioned the Houthis. Someone mentioned the Who titties. Does anyone know what the Houthis are? It's pretty good. Pretty good. The Houthis more like the hotties. The Ho-tays. The Ho-titties. What the fuck? The Iran deal. It's a whole mess. Whole mess with the administration, and I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's two people on an insane book tour. They write an article or two for the New York Times, and they've done some investigative reporting into the deliberation process of the Trump White House, especially in reference to the Iran war. And yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play Tim Dillon. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna play Tim Dillon interviewing these fucking schmucks. Okay, yeah. Here's some comedy news for you, everybody. This is where comedy actually is. Sorry, if you think it's doing something else in the business right now, no, this is what it's doing. It's interviewing New York Times book writers. Okay, yeah, Timmy D, here with the NYT Friends of the Well. Did I say that right? No, I mean what I mean to say is we wish them show. I'm messing it up. I'm not in, aren't I? I don't get it. Anyway, hey, Tim Dillon interviewing these journalists. Are they journalists? Who's calling them that?
In the article that I read in the New York Times that you guys both write, he has the head of the Joint Chiefs telling him this is not going to be easy. You have Ratcliffe, the head of the CIA, going, to effect regime change is going to be incredibly difficult. We don't know that we can do it. I forget who it was, but someone in the room goes, the Israelis are overselling. Like this regime's not just going to collapse. So he's getting all of that information. What is motivating him to do this? Why would he mortgage his political future on this war? It's a country of 90 million people. They have a very large military. They have defense guarantees with places like Russia and China. He's getting all of this information. What is pushing him in that direction? How do we go from 2016 Middle Eastern wars bankrupted our country to 2024 we're invading Iran?
So I'll sort of work backwards a little bit. Maggie and I, as part of the reporting for the book, we obviously asked for an interview with the president, and we ended up getting one at sort of quite late in our reporting process. And we go in and see him on March 16th. So it's the 17th day of the war with Iran. And I thought it was a very revealing moment in that interview. We were asking him about presidential power because he had told Tucker Carlson a year earlier that no president has ever been as powerful as me. He made that claim to Tucker Carlson, which obviously a claim that's sort of soaked in hubris. And so we asked him about that, and he gets one of his aides, Natalie Harp, to go and fetch this document for us. And she goes off and gets this printout and gives each of us a 2-page printout. And he sits there, he wants us to read this document, and he starts reading it. And the document, he says, is written by a historian. And the opening of the document says, Donald Trump is the most powerful man who's ever existed on the planet by far. And then it goes on to compare him to what he describes to us are the top 10. And it's Mao, Stalin, Hitler, Alexander the Great, the Caesars, Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, Tamerlane, essentially some of the most notorious
it's a good list.
Dictators.
Let's
and
be
conquerors.
fair to Trump. It's a good list. It's a good list.
It's solid. It's a solid list. It's a solid list.
Yeah.
So he shows us this list, and there's no moral dimension to it. It's about the metric is about power. And the analysis at the top is the reason Trump is the most powerful American president is because he is in charge of the U.S. military. He's in charge of the U.S. economy. There has never been a military as powerful as the U.S. military, obviously, in human history, but that Trump is willing to use that power. And it really occurred to us in that moment, but it had occurred to us throughout our reporting. You asked Maggie about how the second term differs from the first term. I think he made this very clear by handing it. I think he wants to be a sort of Napoleonic type of figure. I think he wants to be a capital G great man of history. And I think that he believes that the way to do that is to do quote unquote big things on the global stage. I think he just had an overestimation, a false belief in the power of the American military to shape events overseas, completely ahistorical. There's no example in human history of regime change achieved through an air campaign. It's never been done. You always need boots on the ground. So, anyone who has any passing familiarity of military history could have told you that, but he just had a feeling. And we've talked to people who were in the room with him, and he just felt that this was going to work out and that this was going to go well. And the last thing I'll say is, we have a thing in the book where Tucker Carlson, before the war, says to Trump, he's questioning him about it. And Trump goes, "It's going to be fine." And Tucker goes, "Are you sure?" I'm paraphrasing. And Trump says, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, how do you know?" And Trump says, "Because it always is."
Yeah, everything's fine for you, Donny. Fine for you. You're looking pretty good, actually. I don't even care what they say about your health. You're looking good. Yeah, I mean, it's not even his fault anymore, right? Is it? He just bombed them. He just bombed them today on Saturday. What did he bomb them for? Holy shit, is this live? Am I doing this podcast live? What did he bomb them for? God. I'll have to watch the TYT.
All right, guys, we're back to bombing. It's happened, and it's another unfortunately perfect example of American media.
All right, I just took a break right there to check out the TYT. Shank is probably going to get shanked real soon. They can't be letting these guys talk forever, right? I mean, we're bombing again. I guess, there was a bit of a tit for tat last couple days. I mean, dude, looking at the whole situation, what are we choosing here? What are we choosing? It's just, I feel like we're just asking ourselves, are we willing to destroy the fucking world economy just to kill a few people? That's all we're really doing. That's all Israel's really doing is just killing people. Whatever their plan is, it's fucking years and years and years down the line. Yeah, but you destroy the world economy now, you even gonna get there? Yeah, they kill people now. In exchange, we get a global depression. And maybe, in 25 years, something, they cash in? I mean, I don't know. They seem down. They seem down to do it. America seems down to do it. Israel's down to do it. I guess they really love their kids or something. I mean, yeah, just force the dip as far down as it can go. Get the whole economy just as far fucking down as possible. I mean, if you think they'd realign, just take oil away from everybody's, what's going on here? I mean, it's all been a bit of a flurry lately. You talk about the bombing, but then you go back to, whatever. Yeah, what's going? Why are they doing this? No idea why they're doing this. I mean, you have this fucking, NYT Britain bitch. that's what I call their team. Maggie Haberman and whatever the guy's name is. The Brit and the bitch. Yeah, they're going around fucking pounding pavement for their fucking book. You got JD plugging his book. Coincidentally, right when he's doing the Iran war negotiations. Yeah, they're all fucking doing the dip. Is it all economic play? Kill Iran, don't kill Iran, just make sure the fucking global economy crashes? I don't get it. Shout out to Bill Maher for his support of Israel. Shout out. He's the only one doing it. He's the only one in comedy doing it. Can't imagine, is he even in comedy anymore by doing that? Who in comedy supports Israel? I have no idea. I think it's literally only him. Yeah, but who's supporting the American government right now either? It's just, their whole little speech and whatever's going on with the attitudes. I guess that's what's so confusing about it, right? Like they have this, watch the whole interview. Something. I've seen a lot of interviews of these people lately, and they go about stories where they have Epstein and they're in the Situation Room, and they're all not being appropriate or using the things in the right way, and God knows why they're doing what they're doing now. They're always lambasting Trump for the failure of, normal government process and procedure. Everyone's telling Donny not to do it. We told him not to do it. We all told him not to do it. And what? Donny T no listen? He no listen? Is that really what's going on? I mean, yeah, you have these fucking, government experts. I would call those journalists as much of an expert to how government works as anybody. And, they're saying that there's a way for everything to be done. And, Donny T just not paying attention to any of it, right? You talk to this guy, you defer to that guy, you project, you plan out, you maybe think if you have enough munitions to do it. What munitions you guys got left, bud? All right. And this American regime, I mean, yeah, they're just flaunting at their traditions of our procedures. We all can't believe it. Yeah, these guys are. Yeah, this is the benefit of the buffoonery of Donny T and his little organization. I mean, they're just, open kimono. We are here with the delivery, and they open the door, and it's nasty. Yeah, the corruption is just, it's so obvious, and it's so obvious it's everybody. And you see them continue to bomb like this, and it, like... I play a video game or two, and to have weapons, you need resources. These guys don't play Counter-Strike? Come on. And, you want to get mad at these people for, not at least adhering to the idea that you need enough stockpile of weaponry to get into a conflict. But let's be serious. We have learned that private interests and not the public good are in control of the government. You got fucking, Jeffrey Epstein in the fucking CIA, for Christ's sake. All right? His friends are currently running the government. All right? Ain't no rich people. Ain't no rich piece of shit fucking getting thrown in jail for the trading, for the fucking fraud. I mean, you want to get mad at Donny T for fighting an illegal war. It's one of the many illegal actions the government's been doing. And I don't even think he's the guy. Don't even think he's the leader. It's probably some other dude. It's probably Jeffrey. He's alive. No. I said what I said at the beginning. I just, these journalists, the New York Times, what all these old people are on about, they want to talk about how things ought to be and should be done, but it's so obvious that these traditions are what got us into this nightmare in the first place. I mean, Are the traditions even relevant at this point? It feels like they were invented to block the truth, delay justice. I don't mean to sound like the New York DSA right now, but come on. Yeah. What? Trump and his staff ain't doing things by the book? Ain't nobody done things by the book since fucking 1970, whatever the fuck. All right. The only things the government are doing by the book are Jeffrey Epstein victims. They do it by the book. That's right on the nightstand. Yeah, they do it by the book, by the table, right on the golf course. And what they're doing is rape. It's not set. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Howard Lutnick is doing it at a massage table. He's doing it on an island in front of his children. Yeah, Matt, that's like, what is that, the best interpretation of Howard Lutnick going to that island with his kids? Just putting the kids in the room. Sorry, kids, just hold on, play with the Legos. I have to go do some awful things to this thing. I have to do some awful things to this Russian escort who got lost. Yeah, she thought she was going to get a job, and now she's here. She does have a job. I got to go work. Kids, I got to go work. Play with the Legos. You should build the Twin Towers and some airplanes. Now that's a funny joke. This podcast is worth listening to. All right? I mean, yeah, what law and order is out there to defend anymore? Guys, you have this book, showing the new traditions, but what are we supposed to be defending? Are we supposed to be inventing? I don't know. I don't mean to be like a nihilist anarchist at this moment. I believe in my own things. I have my own standards that I hold people to. But, whatever collective, whatever the fuck, I don't think there's anything left. Yeah, I might reference this Julian Assange speech I just watched, and I would put it on the podcast, but that would get me in trouble. Anyway, there is no society. It's just, whatever fucking Jeffrey Epstein and his friends are doing. Yeah, I mean, the way this fucking, the Brit and bitch are comparing, the administration to others, it's just, what are we talking about here? What's so shocking? What's so shocking about all this? An illegal war built on lies? We're all so shocked. I guess now is the moment where we, do all the things we talked about. Yeah, the next few months, we're going to get it's going to come down on us real hard, guys. We're going to see all these big government decisions. We're going to see a lot of them. And, it's just sad that I don't think we'll ever get the straight dope. I don't know. We're always going to have to assume what's really going on. All right. Even if the fucking, the double B's are on the fucking trail. I don't even know if what they're telling me is in the right, perfect context, which is, I guess, what I'm saying this whole time. I mean, if I really want to, know the truth of what's going on, I'm probably going to have to start remote viewing. I'm probably going to have to start remote viewing. Just go in psychically. Just go into the Situation Room psychically. I meet Stephen Miller in the spirit realm. I battle the reptilian demons possessing him. Right. Look, guys, whatever it comes to, government procedure, whatever motivates them, it's a big fucking joke. It's funny. It's actually just funny. It feels like a real bit. Honestly, like the way the government presents itself to me, it reminds me a lot of a restaurant. All right? Like there's the front house, there's the back house, and we are the customers. Okay? Like at the front of the house, you got Donny T just fucking waving him. He's the big boy. He's holding the platter. You go into the restaurant, it's Donny T, he's holding the platter. And you get inside, and there's all these, politicians, elected officials, spokespersons for the press conference, and they're all smiles. They're naive a little bit. J.D. Vance, a little naive, they're like a hostess. Oh, we're going here. You want to sit in a booth? Sit in a John Wilkes booth? Yeah, like a waiter. The front house, they're desperate for tips. They're obscenely nice to me for no reason, but it feels like maybe they hate me. They're just there. They're like promising the world. Just, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here to eat at the White House. We really need your business. Thank you for participating. How much money do you have? Yeah. They're looking at us, our family, our broken family at the government restaurant. They go, we're gonna bring you the bread. We're gonna bring you some bread. You want some circus with that bread? We'll bring you some circus. You don't want it? We'll bring it anyway. What do you want to drink? Water? Promise not. It's not poisoned, guys. It's not poisoned here. You guys want anything else to drink? Pharmaceuticals. We put pharmaceuticals in our drinks. No free refills on the drugs. They're like a restaurant who doesn't give free refills on those lemonades. Those fucking bastards. What's up with that? Where's all the lemonade coming from? You make it just one cup at a time? Doubt it. Let me see what's in there. Yeah, it brings me to the back house, the kitchen, the deep state bankers, the business people, and, all the rest of them. And the back house, again, I don't know if you've ever worked in a restaurant, in a kitchen, if you ever talked to the chefs, but they couldn't hate the customers more. They could not hate them more. Honestly, the only thing stopping them from ruining our meals and spitting in our food is like some moral principle, and they don't have that. They're really the dregs of the earth. I mean, gosh, I watched this video of Gretchen Whitmore. Gretchen Whitmore? That's pretty good. Just came up with that right now. Gosh, I should get in politics immediately. Just write the politician. Hey, call him this. Call him this fucking hokey dokey nickname. Yeah, she's Gretchen Whitmore. She's on the fucking hot mic. She's on the hot mic. She's going, I hate these people. We don't even do what they want. We don't even listen. I fucking hate I hate these people. Why the fuck do they need to eat? Why do they even need to eat? Really so crazy. It's like you're fucking catching a waitress on a fucking smoke break. Yeah, they really try to push her with that false flag kidnapping plot, huh? All the good that did her. She seems to have thrown it all out right at once. And she doesn't work in the back house, but I don't know. Where's my analogy? Where's my bit going? My bit is going that, you have the front house, you have the back house, we're the customers, and then there's the manager, corporate, and he hates the front house. He hates the back house. He is obviously, like, trying to kill the customers, and his name is Jeffrey Epstein. Man, I can't stop talking about that guy. And another reason I can't stop talking about that guy is because I also have to talk about Israel. I mean, this whole segment's about the Iran war, if I've gotten off track. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, all this American back and forth with the Israeli government. Ooh, trouble in paradise. The Middle East, which is like paradise. Lebanon, I've heard was very pretty. Gaza could be paradise if we fucking figure out what to do with all those people. Yeah, paradise. It seems like Israel has the paradise. Honestly, they're gambling the whole fucking economic future of the world. Yeah, the U.S., we bombed Iran like an hour ago. Thank God. Another step in the escalation trap. I love it. Keep doing it. Don't even need an economy. Money's fake. Let's just ruin it. What are we doing here? Yeah, the purpose. The purpose of what they're doing. I mean, that is, what Tim's question is about to Double B over there. And what does bother me about another thing that bothers me about their perspective is like they tell us how these people are operating, and in the stories they tell, for some god awful reason, it's like they treat Trump and his goons and Israel and their morons and the fucking stock market and all these groups of very important people, and they talk about them like they're sound, rational actors. Like that moment where Donny, they say that he tells BB everyone is sick of him, that all his dear friends are tired of his ass. And just the way things are reported, it's like a lot of the time it seems like, yeah, maybe they do have actual real motivations that people could understand. Maybe they do. Maybe it's not what they say, but, you treat them like they're not completely insane. And that kind of bothers me. Yeah, like as if Donny and BB, they got themselves into this situation Like, honest to God mistake. I just thought the wrong thing, and maybe, I'll fucking admit it one day. But I tried my best. I doubt that there's just a couple of guys doing their best. Really, really doubt that. I mean, it's not that fucking good, really. And they're obviously just bumbling and bungling the whole thing. Am I supposed to seriously believe they're just fucking up? Yeah, they're just misunderstanding things because of hubris. And how rational hubris is, really. Yeah, they're all just high on their own supply. Totally reasonable. Rational. Normal people can get high on their own supply. All right? And now that oil has no supply, people are making some irrational demands. Yeah. It's so hard for me to believe that they're just being dumb, or, they have a plan and it's just not working out. So hard for me to believe that. I feel, there's this whole other world that I keep talking about, right? There's this fucking like secrecy that is so crazy, and not even considering, classified information, whatever fucking FOIAs are refusing to be answered constantly. It's so clear to me that there's a secret relationship with everybody on planet Earth. Everybody in charge and who makes the world run, they all have some secret relationship, and it's just quiet interests, mysterious goals. Nobody's allowed to know, and whatever choices are being made are based off of that secret rationale. Like whatever we're seeing, obviously that's not the rational acting. That's not it. We're seeing something else happen. I mean, what? At minimum, all this stuff is just so, certain people can continue to enrich themselves, right? Military contractors, Donny T with his fucking crypto, whatever the fuck. I mean, you have these people, Timmy D and the fucking B&B, they're saying some shit like Donny is just like just an experientialist. He just wants to feel. He's living life for the novelty. And I don't know about that. That sounds like normal. That sounds normal to me. And just how not normal the fucking, the presidency and, the bombs are. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Why would you keep doing this? You're going to destroy the world economy. You're either just doing it on purpose, or I'm crazy, or you're crazy. I hold on to this idea that there's fucking, secret power brokers out there. All right. And maybe, we get the whatever points are on the ceasefire deal that just got ruined. We see the points, but really there's another paper and there's a hidden agenda, but they trot out this fucking hunky-dory odd rationale that, these silly journalists just believe or, try to take seriously. And it's not even that. Both your analysis of whether they're doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing, you're just considering the incorrect information. There's a whole data set out there, and maybe, these conversations that you overhear and the stories about them in the rooms that they're not supposed to be in, maybe it's part of it, but what's that other whole thing, man? I don't know, man. I guess I got to focus on that deal, right? What is the deal? What is the deal with Iran? Yeah, Seinfeld, he's back. What's the deal with Iran? Seriously, that's it. That's my question. I can't do the voice right now. I did that British accent earlier, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but my throat's fucking fucked. I'm throat fucked right now. Don't make jokes. Yeah, I mean, don't make jokes, because seriously, my whole economic future depends on the Strait of Hormuz being open. Yep. Those are the decisions I've made. I have a business. I need oil. I need the Strait open. More than others, actually. More than others. Off-the-grid.services. Let me help you sue somebody. Maybe even a Jeffrey Epstein associate. I could be interested in that. I'm a process server, and albeit I do most things for money at this moment. Call me an entrepreneur, or call me a slave to the economic system propagated by Jeffy Epi. and his agents, clients, friends, lovers. I need oil, and I am working at the moment. Okay, I would like to chase down Jeffrey Epstein for taking all the oil from Iran. All right, whatever is happening there, I blame Jeffrey. I'd like to investigate him, and if someone wants to pay me to do that, even marginally, it would give me the legal cover I need to go after them genuinely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I need the president to sign a ceasefire. Donny, please. I know I've said some things. I haven't even said anything bad about you. I called you dumb a few times. I think there's secrets, and that's why I think it's dumb. But I do need you to sign a deal. I'm going to support him. I'm going to support him. That's not his voice. That Cockney accent got me. I just, the details of the deal, which I guess was, hot about a week ago, clearly off the table now, right? Since he bombed them. He bombed them 2 hours ago now. God, I wait to do the pod. I wait to do it so enough things happen to keep me genuinely interested in whatever I'm talking about. But I've seen this one before. Yeah, we're back to the status quo. Yeah, the MOU has got all these fucking lines about the status quo. You mentioned the status quo a million fucking times. Which one are we at now? Before we bombed them or after? I wanted to defend the deal here on the pod. I really did. I wanted to defend it, but now look at me. Now look at all of us. It's another fact of history that embarrasses the shit out of me. Yeah. The deal. It was awesome. It was an awesome deal. We had an awesome deal, guys. We were going to give $300 billion to Iran. We were going to do that. It was going to be awesome. And now what? Yeah, Obama only gave him $3 million when he did the JCPOA. But actually, if you account for inflation, it's actually the same amount of money. So we were just going to do that again. We were going to do the JCPOA again, and it would have not. Oh, whoa. We would have got that or worse. Damn. I guess now we have to destroy the world economy. Yeah. I would love to. I want to cope. I need some cope right now. I need the copium. Someone give me the copium. I'm going to give up on the straight dope. Only go for the cope. God. I mean, dude. Why are we not doing the $300 billion of investment? Why are we not doing that? Bankers need to make money too. Okay, some sovereign wealth funds were going to do real well, but instead you fucking bomb them again. God. Yeah, is Iran even going to get its money back now? Is Iran even going to get that money back? Can we use that money to pay for the bombs we just dropped on them? Because I think we have to. Yeah, it's hilarious. They keep talking about Iran's frozen funds that's been frozen forever. It's been frozen since 1970, whatever the fuck, whenever they overthrew the government originally. And it's we stole the money. Why did we not spend it? We stole it fucking forever ago. You couldn't write a check to some people? We couldn't get a little stimulus check of Iran money? What if we do that now? What if you give the American people the Iran money you stolen? That's a good play. That's a good play to me. We'd be jazzed for the war if we got some of the money out of it. That's another thing that really bothers me. If we talk about this war happening for the moneyed interests, the banks, the investors, the military industrial complex, fucking don't you, if you need our permission, if you want us to be on board, cut us a check. Jesus. It's so simple. Is that not in the MOU? Cut the Americans a check too. Yeah, and for the rest of those stipulations that are now completely ruined and defunct and meaningless. Yeah, I mean, we did have to leave the Middle East. We did have to leave. They bombed all our bases. We're going to rebuild them all. Come on. Yeah, it's so clear. We had to take the economic hits. We had to stop using the fucking stick and give Iran carrots. Dude, it would be so much less expensive for America to just leave now. than do whatever we're doing today. So much less expensive. And what about the money? No one cares about money. Blowing my mind. I mean, gosh. Am I going to talk about Israel again and Lebanon and all that nonsense going out there? Yeah, I wonder whose idea was to bomb Iran on Saturday. I wonder who. Come on. Everyone's postulating that. And I guess I'm now racist because of it? Okay. Yeah, we know what's up with those guys. Not much commentary needed. You know, you got tons of people criticizing Israel, and I would like to echo them, but not reiterate. Yeah, the whole thing at the end of the day relies about, you know, them getting out of Lebanon. And, yeah. Whatever. Iran. Poor Iran. Poor Iran. They were going to get sanctions relief, and then they got bombs. Imagine how bad that feels. Imagine you were about to get a cake, and then you were handed a platter of shit. Oh, escalation trap. You're so beautiful. You're so pretty. I can't leave you, baby. I can't leave you, baby. Gotta go back. Do me again, escalation trap. Do me again, harder this time. Yeah, man. It's so clear. I don't get it. I'm a kid, but you know, we've been in the Middle East my whole life. My whole fucking life, and isn't it so obvious that we're not doing good because of it? I feel like the Americans have fucked up 3 distinct times now in the last 25 years. All right. And this new bombing, hey, maybe to the 4th. Who knows? Just take the finger off the trigger, guys. We've been shoving a lot of rounds. We don't got many clips left. All right. That's the real brutal part. Even if you wanted to kill them all, I don't think we fucking got the bombs to do it. I really hope Congress, you know, can sack up and figure out this fucking garbage ASAP. Pass the War Powers Act, you fucking cowards. Can clip that. AI, the AI overlords who make me do this podcast. Send that to Lindsay. Fucking sack up. You gotta stop it. The money. Fuck. Yeah, stupid libertarianism makes me see these issues so clearly. Because, you know, man, I mean, dude, just leave. You don't need to keep bombing them. America would be fine. America would be fine if we let them trade. If you let them trade freely, do the things they want, we would be fine. Yes, our oligarchs would suffer. They would not get to have as much fun. All right, maybe they would not be visiting Israel as much. And fun things happen in Israel if you haven't heard. Yeah. I mean, America, it's just so clear we would be so good if we didn't do this shit. Like, you know, let us work. Stop basing the whole economic system on fucking, you know, speculation and gambling. Yeah, war is speculation and gambling, by the way, too. All right? America, genuinely, like, we are the most powerful country on earth. We could not shoot anybody and still be that. All right. Yes, maybe nuclear proliferation has failed. I get that. But, you know, we're in a new age and we need to have a lot of new conversations about a lot of stuff. All right. You know, the whole world should be focusing on themselves. It's so clear that we don't need to hang out as much as we used to. Doesn't mean we have to bomb everybody to do it, to get out. I mean, you know, this, like, I don't know, man, this illusion that all these old people, hate to attack the elderly here at this moment, but, you know what, obviously the world they grew up in ain't real anymore. All right. And maybe, and we're learning it never actually was. I swear, you know, these ideas that you can still bomb places, you know, invade nations, overthrow governments, fucking kidnap people. It's just, you know, just not how it works. Maybe you'll continue to do it, but not in secrecy. You could probably still quote unquote get away with it. But when everybody knows, it's not going to last. It can't last. It's so sad. I mean, we do these things, you know, all for, like, you know, a small set of particularly self-interested economic desires. But even them, you put them on the long graph. You put them on the long graph that, is hundreds of years. And, it's just not a good way to do things. It's never going to last no matter what you want to say about it. And AIs aren't going to save you. They're just not going to save you. I'm sorry if that's the bet you're making. Your bunker's not going to save you either. Going to space you think you'll be safe in space? Jesus. It seems so clear to me that the only choice elite people have is either, redefining the system, rewriting the social contract, or watch the whole world burn. Watch the whole world burn through riots and, never-ending assassinations. God forbid, some, type of irreversible calamity. I mean, it can't continue. You can't keep bombing them, man. It's not gonna keep working. I mean, look at what is happening with the Charlie Kirk assassination right now. There's no getting away with nothing. These guys can't even get away with it anymore. I mean, you have fucking, Candace, Baron Coleman, these private journalists, stoking up the coals, heating up the fire. They're putting, you got to keep up with it. I hope my listeners do. This is an encouragement for you to catch up right now. They are currently putting a small section of these elite people into an unwinnable situation with the public. And a lot of these elites are, the unwinnable situations are very many. Okay. And this one in particular, I mean, is it the microcosm? Is it the one that's actually going to work? I really, I gotta play this clip. I gotta do it. Best to show it to you. All right. This guy, I don't know. I guess I referenced him once already, but there's this guy. He does a podcast. His name is Baron Coleman. He is Candace Owens' deputy or something. He's like the Barney Fife to Candace's Andy Griffith. All right. It's basically the same fan base. All right. But they do work. There's a lot of guys actually doing work like this. He, along with a lot of other individuals, are doing some very serious fact-finding when it comes to, the assassination. And most of the time, when you see Candace do an episode, she's just kind of, aggregating, or displaying some work done by a various amount of people. They send her tips. Yeah, and then, she has Baron here, this beautiful white guy, doing some real work. If you can't listen to Candace Owens because of certain reasons, then you go to Baron. And it's actually, I hope they're in economic cahoots, actually.
The only conclusion I can draw from that is that they withheld it intentionally because it tends to first exculpate Tyler Robinson as having shot Charlie Kirk from the Losi Center with Granddad's 30-06 in the neck. That's exculpatory evidence, in my opinion. Both the broken glass that they didn't tell us about and this negative space, this negative area on Charlie where he clearly had something taped to his body. You will never convince me otherwise. I will go to my grave believing he had something taped to his chest right there. And both of those facts were left out. And so when Candace and I were talking, I said, look, you're about to go away for 2 weeks. Why not do a show, even though you plan not to do a show tomorrow? Go ahead and do a show. Do it early. And when you do your show, that will start the clock running on TPUSA people needing to come forward. That gives them 2 weeks to figure out what they want to do. Go talk to a lawyer. Maybe try to cut an immunity deal with some U.S. attorney somewhere. Some attorney general of some state, maybe Utah. Not a bad state to start with. But it starts the race to the courthouse because the person who gets to the courthouse first in this situation usually gets the best deal. Because I'm telling you right now, this evidence is overwhelming. That something happened to Charlie Kirk as he sat in that chair that is not explained by a 30-06 to the neck. Something happened to Charlie Kirk on the ground behind the table that's not explained by a 30-06. In 15 seconds that he was on the ground back there, somebody pulled something off of his chest. I'm confident somebody pulled something off of his chest right there. I would guess it's Dan Flood. I don't know that, but that's where Dan was. And he was right in that particular location. And somebody lifted Charlie's arm up, his right arm, where this is right here. And I'm guessing whatever it was that was taped to his chest right there was pulled off. And then his shirt was rolled up. You can see when they're carrying it away, his shirt is rolled up. And they're grabbing him. One person has a grab of his shirt from each side. And they're more worried about keeping that shirt rolled up and in place as they're carrying him than they are getting him medical attention for a wound to the neck, potentially broken vertebrae. They're more worried about holding that shirt in place and carrying him that way, that really negligent way. In this picture, it's really particularly obvious how horrific it was. They're more worried about keeping that shirt rolled up and held in place than they are the patient's spine, the neck, the head.
Right. Okay, to really get it, you got to listen to these episodes yourself. All right, I encourage you right now, turn my podcast off and go listen to Candace Owens's and old Bear. Go listen to their last episodes and, get caught up on some actual important shit. Okay? Basically the idea, maybe if I don't cut it up right or intro it perfectly, basically the idea is that they have a few new pictures and have amassed some serious evidence that the Rode mic Charlie was wearing exploded in an odd way and, put together along with the actions of the security team, have enough evidence that the gun was clearly not what killed him. Basically, that's the idea, that they have all this evidence and, he references a very tough to see picture. And, it's a picture, of Charlie with, having that Rode mic taped to him. And then it's not taped to him. And instead of, they have his shirt up in a weird way where it exposes it, and they're not holding the poor boy's neck. Yeah, they're not holding that fat head and neck. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are some videos where you see it fucking, and those are tough. And basically, old Bear's gotten some sweet little evidence from a source, and they asked him not to show the whole picture of Charlie looking all gimped with his fucking bent bleeding fucking neck. But basically, that along with some other pictures of the exploded glass of the mic in the car, it just it paints a very terrible picture. Paints a very terrible picture, and clearly, what's alleged is that Charlie and that microphone, he was supposed to get wounded in the chest. The Rode microphone could have exploded on his chest, which is it would leave a big hole. It would shatter the mic. That's probably why they went with the 30-06 narrative. Right, so it's supposed to blow up on his chest and leave a big fucking hole, and that's what, the 30-06 gun would have done if, they got him in the chest, but instead it goes through his fucking neck, gets him in the neck. And now, we're here at this point where this fucking hokey pokey, he's an attorney, hokey pokey podcaster attorney, he's basically telling the security team, go confess. They're pushing it. They're doing it. Candace and all these associated influencers and podcasters, they're out there doing good work and actually trying to leverage people, which is, what I'm talking about. How you ever going to get something done if you don't fucking leverage someone into doing it? And, having to do the work, I guess, that's the most important part. Difficult to do. I mean, this is the kind of work I do for my professional life as a, process server. I do it for small fish, small, tiny fish, not, insane military assassination plots. Yeah, I mean, let this show reach its full potential, and I'm sure I would. But for now, we're just going to do the voices and the jokes and the incredulous perspective and, highlight my shock to these insane happenstances. I mean, look what these private fucking citizen journalists are doing. They are creating a complete disbelief in our law enforcement, which is maybe exactly what needs to happen. Yeah, these private journalists, they've stated that they have enough information held in the back pocket. They have enough information to fucking push out to the forefront to try and leverage someone into the truth. It's bananas. You think, this is like an episode of Columbo. These podcasters here. They've fucking caught these people like Matlock. Yeah, it's, all these episodes, fucking Candace is doing 4 or 5 a week. This guy's doing almost, 3 hours, 3 days a week, plus all the other people. I mean, they put in some real labor. They have, from what I've seen, and I've seen a lot. I'm not doing well in my life, and I spend a lot of time watching videos. Okay, and yeah, the people close to Charlie Kirk, they've caught him lying about the weirdest stuff, just lying. And the government, they're lying and doing the weirdest stuff. They're doing things with pieces of evidence. That clearly should not be done from what I've seen from Breaking Bad and other types of shows like that. From what I've seen on The Sopranos, that's not how evidence works. Okay, yes, don't pave over my murder scene, please and thank you. I don't think the cops are supposed to be paving over the murder scene. The mob is. What? And, yeah, it's crazy, whatever I'm doing out here, but these people, they decided to go and risk their lives. They have the viewer base, they have the fucking, evidence as much as, what would be considered in our limited legal lives as not, the authority. They fucking, they're calling out conspirators to come forward. That is as bold as you get in this life. As bold as you get. Attacking authority. Saying the authority is not doing it. And if they're not doing it, so will I. These people, they're vigilantes in some kind of way. Obviously, they're not going to arrest them or hurt them, and that's the difference between a vigilante and a journalist, I guess. But, yeah, we're all on board. Everyone I talk to, clearly you can't have this result with fucking Tyler and his never-ending fuck-ups. With the texts and the tips and the going where his parents are going and the gun and the making it and the folding it and the jumping, and he's in front of the Ring camera and he's gay and he's a trans gay person. Like they would ever have the courage to do anything. Come on. They're too in their head. Those people, they're too in their head. Why would they even, they're so self-obsessed. Why would they spend their time and waste their lives for murder? It makes no sense. Except a couple times where they also did it. I guess that's not a great argument. That's just me being mean. It's the end of Pride Month. Let me get it in. Haven't talked about trans people enough during Pride. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to appeal to all the Kill Tony fans right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, just so crazy. Would Tony Hinchcliffe agree that Israel killed Charlie Kirk? Would he be there? Yeah, Israel, the federal government, aren't they the same thing? It's not we're not racists. There's nothing to do with people's races. Let's make that clear. Even though they're all white. Kidding. They killed the white guy. They don't even like white people. They killed him. All right. You look at how, without his presence, the Iran war started. We're still in it. All right. Seeing how his organization was turned into, the propaganda machine for this new iteration of Donny T. I mean, Tucker Carlson's not even on board anymore. Blows my mind. How's that even possible? It's like he's his own person. I never took Tucker for being his own person. What's up with his rich family? What's up with that? I don't know. But he's on board too. No one believes that just Tyler Robinson killed him. Okay? No one believes that. And once no one believes that, it leaves very troubling options. And, on that note, rose-colored classist. Living up to the brand here, aren't I? Comedy's crazy. Yeah, thank you for the support yesterday at Mount Moore, the comedy show I book and produce. I'm still doing that. Don't understand my business model at this point. I am learning a lot. I'm talking about the business model of my podcast, not the show. The show has a great business model, and we're going to continue to build on it. I will continue to improve our relations with everybody. All right, we are on the path to improve all things in this life. And when I say we, I'm doing that marketing tactic I was talking about last podcast. I have a clear plan to improve the show. Okay? The show is the show, and it was really long tonight. I have no idea who would stay for all of it. But I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, and the best way for me to figure that out is for you to like and subscribe. Get the ball rolling. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know me. I'm happy to use this time to gather my thoughts and put myself on the record, hold myself accountable to the people, show others that I've been on the right side of issues since day one. When I'm 45 and I finally meet the woman of my dreams, I can show her all these podcasts and go, this is who I am. This is who I am. Do you like it? Yeah, I know there's more I can do. I have a great attitude. I did film on the street recently, but I guess this is the point of, the elite system is that I have not found the time to edit them. They keep robbing me of my money I'm working hard for so I could produce them. I mean it's my fault at the end of the day. I take personal responsibility, right? My computer is burning, it's exploding. I don't even know what I'm doing or how I'm going to edit this. You're probably never even going to see this episode. If you did, wow, I worked hard for that. Okay. I mean, dude, again, if it wasn't for the fucking Iran war, my podcast would be so big. If it wasn't for Jeffrey Epstein, my podcast would be so big. Kidding. Does anyone understand this type of comedy? No? Like, subscribe. Please, 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 please comment. Tell me to kill myself. Send someone to kill me. Do that. I will be back next Saturday to do this. So you're going to have to kill me before then. I've planned everything in my life to film next Saturday. It's going to be a July 4th special. I'm overpromising, but we're doing a podcast July 4th. And let's have some thoughts about America and how we should change things, huh? Do a little libertarian fascism here? Okay. Any lingering points? Lingering thoughts? I do think about killing myself. Do think about that. I do think about that. Guys, even if I commit suicide myself, please still blame somebody. Please still blame somebody. Someone else killed me, even though it's like clearly I did that. All right? All right, maybe even if someone wasn't sent to make it look like a suicide and I do genuinely kill myself, I need you to blame the elites. Okay? I need you to do that because right now I feel like there's like subliminal messaging in my life. There's like, I don't know if it's on my phone or in the, whenever I turn on YouTube, but I feel like there are subliminal messages trying to get me to kill myself. I believe this. I believe that there's messaging out there for smart, empathetic, strong-willed people to kill themselves. All right? And it's shockingly effective if you actually research it. Try and correlate how much media someone watches and the suicide rate. Do that. All right? I think it's real. They've unleashed spirits on me, and I feel a little pressure to do some self-harm sometimes. I find myself having some bad random thoughts. Okay? And I'm confident it's because they're sending psychic waves into my apartment. I'm getting waves sent in my apartment. I'm Havana some problems. Okay. Last joke. That's the last joke for today. I'm okay. I'm under some stress. I'm trying my best. I'm on my lifelong quest. I'm trying my best, guys. Yeah, I mean, just to close out, I'd like to say a prayer. I would like to thank, this is me praying, I would like to thank the God of love and justice and peace, who I know to be the Christian one, because I was born in America. I'm praying to you and not the evil, ancient spirit space entities who, help Jeffrey Epstein and his friends. I want to thank you and not those guys for another successful week, another great pod. I wish happiness to everyone I've met today and yesterday and a couple days before that. And maybe all of them. Okay. I'm praying to so you can, I'm messaging a girl on Bumble right now, and I really hope that works out. She has not messaged me back in a while, but I didn't message her back in a while. I pray that works out. What else? Something about the Iran war? Something about that. What does God want for that? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Perplexity. Maybe they'll know. Perplexity, what should I pray about?